At Forex, we help you be on the right side of the trade. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, feel free to comment on the bottom. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on the notification button to get notified every weekend we post our video. Welcome back to Forex. Without any further ado, let's get started. This is NZD-CAD. For NZD-CAD, we predicted this down move from here to this level. This is a movement we predicted. Then this past week, we talked about this up move from here all the way until this level here. We say that there's a pivot point and we're expecting it to move all the way. So we moved from here to here, which is over 200 pips. This upcoming week, we're looking forward for a pullback here, a correction, then continue up. If this setup continues down here, if it continues down, we can still look for an entry to trade it to the upside. But if it continues to the upside without pulling back deep enough, you cannot trade the setup because it's already halfway towards target. So just ignore it and look for other setups. This is Euro NZD. As for Euro NZD, we talked about this movement from here all the way until this level, which is 600 pips. But we say that we're not looking forward to trade this up move. We only want to trade the down move from this level all the way until this level. So we're waiting for it. We're waiting for this movement. If we get an opportunity here this upcoming week, we'll be going for the down movement. This is the setup we're looking for. This is Euro USD. As for Euro USD, we forecasted this up move from here to this level. We got 350 pips. This past week, we say that we're looking for a correction here, then continue up. And we got exactly that. So this next week, we're looking forward for a bigger correction here, then continue all the way up. There's a movement you cannot trade if you do not enter from here. We're expecting that you should have taken profit around this level if you traded it. And then here, if we get a correction, we're expecting an up move. This is AUD USD. AUD USD was forecasted from this level here, that we're expecting an up move all the way until this level. And as you can see, it moved from here to here, which is around 100 pips. So we found an entry around this area. We're trading it all the way until this level here. If you find an opportunity here, you can go for the up move. We're expecting it all the way until this level for AUD USD. Euro CAD. This is Euro CAD, guys. Euro CAD, we talked about this big up move from here to here. If you remember the setup, please let us know in the comment section. We talked about this up move from here to here and we said it's gonna be a big move. And as you can see, it moved big impulsively. This past week, we talked about this correction here. We see that after this correction here, we're gonna be looking for continuation up because this is a big up move. And from here to here, this is over 900 pips, and it just moved over 900 pips in less than 2 weeks. If you remember the setup, if you remember the focus, let us know in the comment section. This is NZD USD. For NZD USD, we predicted this down move from this level to this level, and this is 400 pips. So this past week, we forecasted this up move from here all the way to the upside, which is 400 pips. And then we got this up. We're expecting more up this upcoming week. If you can get an entry here, you can trade it to the upside for NZD USD. To those of you who responded to our offer last week, thank you very much. Just in case you missed the announcement, on March 28, we'll be hosting an online program where we'll be teaching you exactly how we spot our setups, how to trade them, how to manage them, and also mentorship. If you're interested, our email is provided on the description of this video. Please email for more information. Thank you. This is USD JPY. As for USD JPY, we forecasted this move from here to here. We forecasted this move this past week and it was 400 pips. Then this past week, we talked about this correction here. We said we're going to get a correction, then we're expecting more down. And after this down move here, we say that we're going to tell you what's next this upcoming week. So now we're telling you that we're expecting an up move all the way until this level. And this up move is about 550 pips. We're expecting that up move from this level to here. If we get an entry to the upside, we go with the up move. But if your strategy cannot find an entry here, just ignore this one. AUD CAD. AUD CAD, we talked about this up move. We see from here, we're looking forward for an up move. And the movement was 220 pips. So this upcoming week, we're expecting a correction here, then continue up. This is what we're expecting on AUD CAD, more up on AUD/CAD. That's what we're expecting. This is Euro CHF. Euro CHF, we say that we're expecting an up move, but we also stated that around this area we could get a pullback down here, then up. If you remember, if you watched our previous forecast, you remember this one. We say down, then up. This is possible, and just as we stated, then we got this down move here, then now we're expecting this up move here. If we get an entry, we'll go up with a buy on Euro CHF. This is Euro AUD. As for Euro AUD, we talked about this up move here. We said we're expecting an up move from this level all the way until this level. This is what we said on Euro AUD. So this upcoming week, now we're expecting a movement to the downside all the way until this level. This is what we're expecting on Euro AUD. If we get an entry anywhere around this level or this level, we'll be going down with the down move, and our target will be around this area here. Euro GBP, we forecasted this movement from here to here, which was 300 pips. Then we continued up beyond target. So this past week we talked about this correction. We said we're expecting a correction here, then more up, and what we're getting is a correction here. We're expecting to correct even and up until this level here, then continue up. This is what we're expecting on Euro GBP, but we won't be trading this setup here because we expected it to move from this level here until this level. Anyway, any movement here, we're not interested in it. GBP JPY. As for GBP JPY, this past week we traded this movement from here all the way until this level here, and this movement was over 300 pips. So this past week we talked about this correction here. We talked about this correction to the upside, then down. Instead, we got this correction to the downside. This upcoming week we are looking forward to this movement to this level here, then continue down, and then what we could get here, we could get a correction and then continue down. And these are not movements you'll be trading. We're just going to ignore these movements here. Then if we get a clear big movement for other setups, you can trade those, but this one for now we can just ignore it and wait for a clear movement or a big movement. CAD JPY. As for CAD JPY, this movement from here to here, which was 460 pips movement, was forecasted. Then we stated that from anywhere from this level here, we'll be looking forward for an up move, but it might not be ready. It might not be ready. So this past week, what we got a continuation, an extension here to the downside. So this upcoming week, we're still looking forward for this up move. If we get an entry from this level here, we'll be trading it to the upside. This is USD CHF. USD CHF, we forecasted this move from this level here to the downside. We forecasted it from here, then our target was around this area, and we moved from here to here, which is around 200 pips. So this past week we said we're expecting a correction here, then continue to the downside on USD CHF, and that is exactly what we got. So this next week we're expecting a movement to the upside. If you can trade this, you can go for it, but if you don't know how to trade it, you can set it aside. An up move, we're expecting an up move on USD CHF. This is AUD JPY. AUD JPY, from this level we said we're expecting an up move all the way until this level. This is what we're expecting on AUD JPY. Instead, we just moved up correctively, then got a down move. So anyway, from this level we're expecting an up move. Around this level we're expecting an up move. The up move could be around this level here, or it could be around this level. If you know how to trade it, you can go for it to the upside. But if it decides to give us signs of continuation to the downside, we'll just ignore this one and wait for it to give us an entry opportunity to the upside. Then that's when we can trade it to the upside. GBP AUD. GBP AUD, we forecasted it from this level that we're expecting and a down move all the way until this level, and instead it gave us a down move to this level. Now it's just moving up, and anywhere around this level we're still waiting for a continuation to this level here, to this level here, all the way down to this level here. If you know how to trade the setup, you can go for the down move. If you don't know how to trade it, you can set it aside and wait for other opportunities. NZD JPY, we're expecting an up move all the way until this level. if you remember, we forecasted this movement from here to here. The movement was 600 pips. Now we are forecasting this movement from here all the way until this level, and the movement is also 600 pips. We're waiting for it. If we get an opportunity to trade it to the upside, we'll go for it. If we don't get an opportunity, we'll just let it pass. But if you can get an opportunity, you can trade to the upside. Euro JPY, this past week we say that this past 2 weeks we say that we're expecting a down move here, and that is what we got. There's just too much noise here. And then we said we're expecting an up move, but we said we were not trading, we were not willing to trade it to the upside because the risk to reward is not that big here. We want only big setups. So it's just moving down correctively, and there's just too much noise, too much spikes. But this upcoming week we're expecting an up move on this setup. If you like it, you can go for it, but as far as we'll just set it aside. GBP CAD, we're expecting a down move here, down move. Then it got a correction here, then continued up. We never really got an opportunity to trade this one, to enter this one. It never gave us an entry opportunity, so we just ignored it. GBP CAD, we just ignored it. This is AUD CHF. AUD CHF, we said we're expecting an up move from here, anywhere around this level. We said we're expecting an up move, but we said it might not be ready. It might not be ready. So what we got a correction here, then one more down. This upcoming week we might get an entry opportunity to trade it to the upside. If we get our entry signal, we trade it to the upside. On AUD NZD, we were expecting an up move here. We said we're gonna get a big up move all the way up here, and we got this movement here up, then we got down, then we just corrected here, then we just corrected to the downside, then we got up, then we moved sharp down. This movement here to the upside might not be valid anymore. We could get a down move here. We could get a down move. If you're trading this setup, you could just set it aside for now.